Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. I'm your host, Angela Stribling. Wow, just wait until you see who we have in store for you tonight. I became a fan a long time ago. I mean, we've been rocking his music since it came out in 2017, his song Ta-Dow. He's amazing, multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter. With no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Masego. Yes! How you doing?
Peace. I'm in a car on my way somewhere.
You are on the move. You know what? I am such a fan. I'm so happy to meet you, really. And that's coming from the heart. Congratulations on all your success. And as I said, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was 2017 when you got together with FKJ and released Ta-Dow. We were playing your music on Pillow Talk, like in hot rotation.
Okay, I'm glad I got to help with some of the pillow talk.
You helped a lot with the Pillow Talk. So tell us about what you've been doing. I mean, I know you've got new product out. Here we are still in a pandemic. Where are you right now? What city are you in?
I don't know, actually. Some part of California. I went to pick up a birthday cake for my homie, so I drove mad far. But I'm just around
Somewhere in California.
somewhere in California.
But what's the vibe like out there, with the pandemic? I know some of the states have the mandate where they're not wearing masks anymore, anything like that. What's the vibe like out there?
No, the masks are definitely being worn out here. I don't leave my house often, so I don't even know what people are doing in terms of like the wild, no mask and just like licking the ground and all the craziness. But I've been in the crib making music.
There you go. There you go. I love that. And you know what? I'm like you. I can do the social distance. And when I have to go outside, I will definitely wear a mask or two. So tell me about this music. I was just listening to your whole project, your new project, Mystery Lady. We're rocking it a lot on WHUR. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me about that. I love the video. I love your music. How many times am I going to say it?
I appreciate that. No, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the team. The team is to thank for all of the greatness of the video. Like just taking, because I do little 5 a.m. rants to my team, and then they just kind of make that turn into something. And that was what that's the product of what that rant was. I was like, I want to see the silhouette thing, and then I want to be wearing this situation where the lights can like flash off in a certain way. I pictured Don just kind of having his rapper moment. So I feel like everything kind of got hit in the best way and just showing
Oh,
the
yeah.
instrumentalist.
I love that. So you'll 5 a.m, you're like, I've got this idea. I put it all together in my head. Do you write like that too? Write songs that way?
I think I'm just writing in real time. Like I haven't like sat down with a pen and paper in a while. I feel like it's just getting the booth, and how I feel that day is what the song is.
Wow. You just get in there and do it.
Jay-Z does the same thing. He's way cooler than me.
Yeah. I don't know. Your music is pretty cool. And Snoop is like that too. He'll just get in there and, he's unmatched in my book.
Do it.
Snoop will do it. So tell me about your style is, to me, it's hard to describe. I mean, I love R&B. I love jazz. I love, when people come out with something that is unique. And you've got a sound that is unique. You found a way to kind of bridge all of those together. How do you describe it?
I think it's just a person that's traveled a lot and like gleaning the different influences from those travels. So whether it's the style of music, the style of clothing, it's just kind of a combination of a few of those things, So the same way that I make whatever I'm feeling in the moment, I'm kind of dressing like how I'm feeling in the moment, because I'm real.
I love that.
That.
How you feeling today? What you got on over there?
This is my Aaron's outfit, so a nice
I
little
see.
hoodie, but the hoodie gotta have
That's nice.
little design on it.
It's nice, actually. Yeah, very nice. I love people show up in the comments just to see you. Diane, watching from Fort Washington, Maryland. Hi, Diane. Ward said good evening. Yeah, I love that. Came to see you, Masego. Now, you say you're world traveled. You're Jamaican American, right? Both
Correct.
parents Jamaican, or tell me?
Father's Jamaican. My mother is actually from Georgia.
Oh, very nice. And has Jamaican music influenced your music?
I would say so. I think Jamaican music is very inviting. It's like you want to sing that chorus the second time around. Like it's very like welcoming. So I think it's the similar.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, all right. So I mentioned Pillow Talk earlier because that's my radio show on WHUR. It's Pillow Talk, and we talk all about relationships. So when I'm doing an interview, it's a lot coming from that perspective as well. And I say that to say, when I'm listening to some of your lyrics, it's a lot about, are we meant to be monogamous? There's a song, polygamy, and, things like that. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, just personally, on monogamy and things of that sort. Do you think it's natural, or do you think it shouldn't be a deal, or what?
I think there's different options out there that people should explore. I think hip hop and R&B is a conversation, and that's what I wanted to kind of do with the music. But as far as me personally, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, honestly. I'm still figuring out like what is the type of relationship that best suits like my needs and my lifestyle, and then the woman's needs and her lifestyle. That combination. So I'm not sure. I have friends that are like happily in a polyamorous relationship. I got friends that are happily married. I think it just depends on who it is. But I feel like in general we should be open to like different setups, and we all want to have the highest level of happiness in a relationship. We don't want those relationship betrayals, whatever those may be for people. And we want a better level of communication and trust, which is not found in some relationships for whatever reason. So.
That's so true. It's you're in your 20s, right?
27.
27 in November, right? 27 in November. So, is it November?
I'm like, it could be November in some universe. I'm a June 8th. I'm a Gemini.
That's right. You're a Gemini. You even say that in your song. I don't know where I got the November thing from.
I'm like, but I'm with you. I'm like, November has to mean something.
I like how you just rolled with it. Thank you for that. It was very generous. No, but I remember because I was thinking about the astrology of it all, if you're into that. And I was listening to one of your songs, and you said something. There was something about being a Gemini. And, right? I mean, one of the traits they say with Gemini, I mean, you guys, the lifestyle that you were describing, that if anybody is open to that, it seems that a Gemini personality type would be into it.
That makes sense.
Would be able to juggle. Well, I mean, I think I am never one to, judge anybody's lifestyle if they want to be, with one person or with several person. I think, you do you get to live this life on your own terms, and, people should kind of just do their own thing. Whatever works for them. Patrick, whatever works for them. We're all here to figure it out on our own journey. Patrick says, hello, how are you doing? I'm very sorry for the interruption. Hope you don't mind the friendship. Okay, well, people are talking to each other in the comment section. Lisa, what is the name of the album? Okay, there you go. We're getting back to the music.
Yeah, I don't have a name.
Right. No name for the album, but I think she would love this single. Have you heard Mystery Lady, Lisa? It's amazing. Oh, she goes, yeah, young fella. Young, very talented fella. You play a lot of instruments. Tell us all the instruments that you play.
Oh, we don't have enough time for that many instruments. But I will
say, come on.
Maybe at this point it's like 24 instruments.
Are you serious?
I'm a big fan of Prince, and I always wanted to like do what he did. He plays a lot of instruments.
Now that's something we have in common. Another Gemini. I sound like I'm really into this astrology thing.
Sounds like it. Kendrick Lamar's a Gemini.
A lot of very talented Gemini. It's so funny. My mom, when she was growing up, the whole astrology thing was a big deal. And so my sister and I know way more about astrology than we even want to know. So, but there is a science to it. I think there is something to it.
Hey,
Who
it's
knows?
something nice to read when I have like a layover at the airport. It's interesting.
You mentioned Prince. Is he one of your inspirations
I just,
musically?
I don't know. I just like him a lot. I haven't studied him enough to say he's one of my influences, but I've watched all of his independent films, and I love his approach towards ownership, and I love his approach towards just making whatever he thinks is amazing.
I love it. I mean, talk about a genius. Hey, Brenda. Brenda said, hello, everyone. So, okay, so you're an admirer of Prince, not necessarily an inspiration. So,
Yeah.
who are your inspirations?
I think just like everyday women, nothing fancy, no celebrity crushes, just like I'm inspired by people just living their life or the conversations I have. I got inspired by the woman that's made this cake for me and just like how passionate she was about creating it. Like, it's very simple things like that.
Oh, I love that. I meant musically.
That's what I'm saying. Life and music
Okay.
pair each other.
Oh, you're so right.
That's all
So,
it is.
you're playing all these instruments. Was it a parent who inspired you to start playing all these music, or this was just something in your heart and you wanted to be a musician and do this?
I mean, I was 8 years old, I believe, and the substitute teacher I had, she had Najee Davis on her binder as a saxophone player. And so I had a crush on her. So I'm thinking the way to get to her is this saxophone situation. So I started with the saxophone. And throughout my career, there's a woman that was into an instrument, and I was into that instrument as well. So
We're learning a lot about you, Maseko. I love it. You're definitely keeping it real, keeping it honest. And Najee, the saxophonist, that's a friend of mine. I love Najee. Love.
Famous.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
No, I used to do a television show on BET, a couple of TV shows, and one of them was a jazz show. And I'm a jazz singer, and Najee invited me to sing on one of his albums, Share My World, the title cut, just sang background. So then he sang on my project. I, recorded one of my CDs in Tokyo called Tokyo Sundays. And so I did Moondance, a cover of Van Morrison's Moondance. And Najee, as you know, plays a saxophone and flute. And he's playing the flute on my song. Love him.
Amazing.
It's so amazing. I mean, but the family of musicians, which is why I wanted to talk to you about, who your influences are, because it's a whole separate world, right? I mean, your musician friends and your band and your musical family, it's truly a family.
I would say so. Like, I moved my best friends from Virginia to LA to like create music and work.
Beautiful.
So it keeps a certain warmth to the way we create and a familiarity to like the process. But yeah, it's very feels like family when we're making music.
Yeah, I love that, and really good music that you're making. I still have no idea how I would describe it, but I just put it on. And in fact, on my Echo device, I'm playing all your songs. And I love them. I mean, but you've been doing so well. I mean, streaming, your numbers are bananas. The numbers of people who are just loving your music. That's a silly question. I was going to say, what do you attribute that to? But there's so many talented artists who would love to get there. They would love to have a fraction of what you have. And I mean, do you know just how amazing that is?
I feel it when I'm on tour. When you see the people show up, you have the gift of assembly, then you really feel that. Like, the numbers get confusing to me because I don't know where they're coming from, what they mean, even with the analytics. But when I go somewhere and people are singing the lyrics back at me, then I definitely feel the impact of it. I love that.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how that must feel. I mean, here you are, 27 years old, and you've been a musician since age 8?
I think I started being a musician like last year. Before that, it was just a
Oh, I
hobby.
see. Yeah, I get it. Unfortunately, this pandemic has slowed down the touring, but maybe fortunately, it allowed you to just kind of be in the space that you're in with your musical family and create.
I would say so. I think it made me hone more in on like internally what was inspiring me versus like, visual things to look at new each day. So yeah,
Hmm.
I think the pandemic was cool in the sense of it forced me to sit with my own thoughts and make
Yeah,
music because of it.
yeah, that's such a good thing. Lisa says she loves the saxophone. Um, yes. Hi, Tammy. Thank you so much. Oh, she's got my CD. Love you, Tammy.
And
I honestly, I mean, I don't know if I've talked to someone and they told me they play at least 24 instruments. So,
I got bored
I
with
just
it.
have to tell you, I'm a little bit blown away by that. And when you say you play them, would you say you're proficient on all of them? I mean, you're like fluid on.
I would not say that. I know enough to impress a woman or like a friend from back home.
Let's get to what's really important.
That's it. But like where Robert Glasper will like say, "Oh, he's nice,"
Oh,
not yet, not yet.
and that talk about, oh my gosh, I am such a fan. Goodness gracious. Robert Glasper, he's in a whole universe of his own. But of the instruments that you would say that, okay, I got this, I'll play them on my own music. Which ones would you say you're proficient at? Those are the ones you own.
I gotta say, I think I'm proficient on keys at this point. On
Oh,
keys,
beautiful.
and I think I'm proficient on the sitar. Those are
Wow.
those are my favorites right now.
Wow. And yeah, one who has traveled will know all about the sitar.
It's
Yeah,
a cool
you said
little
that
instrument.
first thing. Yeah, it's very cool. I love the sound. And, and I guess depending on the style of music, I mean, if you're playing it on any of the music I've been listening to, I like the sitar. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, of the artists who you've performed with, let's talk about that.
Sure.
Who you've enjoyed the most, who you wish you could perform with, or maybe are on your list.
I really wish I could have performed with Janelle Monáe. I saw her in Sweden, and I saw her in a
Wow.
couple other places. But like just everything she had going on, from the choreography to the horn section, her backgrounds, her dance moves were like incredible.
Mm,
Um,
imagine that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I could see that. You and
Fantastic.
Janelle Monáe. Who else?
I kind of froze up when I met Erica Badu. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Would you want to do something with her?
Once I get my confidence up a little bit, because like I opened up for her one time, and just watching her show was just the most youthful energy I've seen. Like she was dancing and whining and singing and flipping. I was like, this
Yeah.
is incredible.
And she's nutty. Her personality, she's really funny.
She is just like, and she'll get you with those jokes that you don't like. She'll kind of sneak it on you. Yeah, I saw her.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, I love. So did you interact with her? Did she say anything about your music?
I didn't meet her in a comfortable setting. I kind of met her when she was being swarmed by fans. So like we kind of
Okay.
got a picture, but not the moment yet.
I don't know. You put it out there in the universe. That day will probably come. I would love to hear that. And of artists who you've worked with.
I think honestly my favorite is Ari Lennox, just because she's
Ooh.
really fun to be in the studio with.
And what a dope artist. I mean, gosh, I love her voice. I love it.
She's a purist. Like she just layers out that voice before any warm-ups or anything. She's just this talent walking around.
You know what? I was speaking with a singer who collaborated with another singer who was like that, who was a purist and just an amazing singer.
Yes.
And she had written a song and they were to perform the song together. And she kept, trying to get the best out of him. And he was a little bit intimidated. I mean, he felt like he went into it thinking they were kind of on the same level. But once they got in the studio, he was like, okay, I see we're on some a whole different level. Have you ever been in a situation like that?
I was in the studio with Mario, and I realized his voice is perfect because he didn't need any auto-tune. He was
Wow.
just smooth as butter, and I was like, okay, cool.
Wow.
That's the guy.
Yeah, but you know what? I think, that term, iron sharpens iron. When you put yourself in those environments, it only brings you higher. And I think a lot of people are intimidated by that. They feel like I want to be I need to be the best person in the room, the smartest person, the most talented.
Yeah, not
But when
me.
you do good, I love that. I love that. When you do that,
I got a
it
lot of
only takes you higher.
exactly. I think it takes you higher because I think the best thing I learned from that session was he said the way that you enunciate and pronounce words and over enunciate in the studio is different than how you would do it live. And after that, I started just implementing that into the songs that you hear today. So
Wow.
I love being the non-talented, non-smartest guy in the room.
You could learn something. And I'm sure you could give some nuggets to people too. In fact, to people who are looking to you, be they younger or maybe just younger in the music industry. We talked earlier about just this amazing success that you have right now. What do you tell them? What do you tell, the future Masego?
I think just really spend a lot of time honing your craft because I think that makes the other things easier. I think most of being an artist is like just taking pictures and doing like things. But I feel like the real thing that your fans care about is like how in tune with yourself are you because it comes across authentic. But like being famous and being successful, all that stuff will come, I think, once you're really in tune with what you're trying to contribute to the world.
Yeah, I love that. And I love how you're so open. I mean, you're, getting your inspiration from the world, just from life.
It's life.
Yeah, that's good. So, all right, I know we're getting ready to wrap this up pretty soon, but for people who are new to your music, what do you tell them? What do you tell them about your new project? Who produced it? Why they need to have this in their life? Let's hear it.
Um, I think they should listen to it because it'll kind of suffice for the time that they can't travel. Because I really made it feel like some of my first travels I've ever had. Um, and as far as who produced on it, I mean, there's a guy named D Mile, and if you look at the credits of a lot of things lately, you're gonna see his name. He's incredible. He produced by Felicia and Passport on this project, and even on the Judas and the Black Messiah project, he produced the single off of that with her.
Oh,
Um,
very nice.
but yeah, just getting him involved was important to me because it was like I've always wanted to work with him. Um, Jack Diner's on this project. We have my band members, the Trap House Jazz Band is on this. It's like just to hold everybody over until the album is ready. Like Lil Wayne's Sorry for the Wait. It's just like here's 15 minutes of some bliss. And
This will hold you.
yeah, it should hold you.
Yeah, I love it. And do you know when the rest is coming out, or it's a work in progress, or what are you telling everybody?
Work in progress. As soon as I give this cake to my drummer, then maybe he'll keep drumming on the track and help us finish it.
Is that your way of saying this has been fun? Masego, tell everyone who wants to connect with you and just, keep up with your career and to get your music, how they can connect with you on social media and get your music.
You can find me everywhere at Masego. I might even still be on Black Planet.
Thank you so much for joining us. All the best to you. Keep churning out that really good music. Really, I'm here for all of it. Love it.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. And happy birthday to your drummer.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for joining us. HUR at Home. That was a fun conversation. You know what? You can probably tell I really am a fan, and I do encourage you to check out Masego's music. I mean, from Tada to Mystery Lady to his work in progress. It's worth it. And stream his music. I mean, more than likely, you'll be like me and just enjoy all of the music. This will be posted on WHUR.com. Thank you so much for joining us. All of you who participated in the comments, we live for that and so appreciate you too. Make sure you go to WHUR.com and you'll find out what we have in in store for you. Look, I'm stumbling. I'm still thinking about his music. What we have in store for you pretty much all week. We've got something almost every night, and we absolutely love giving you the best in programming that's on social media, as well as, our WHUR stations. I mean, there's WHUR HD1, HD2, HD3, and HD4. Thank you for keeping us number one on your favorite station, 96.3 WHUR. And you can always catch me at Angela Stribling on all platforms. My show Pillow Talk with Angela comes on every Sunday night at midnight, right after my friend Nancy Pullen and the original Quiet Storm. And right now, if you're not too tired, why don't you join me for the after party at 10 o'clock tonight? I'm going live with Cisco. Yes, the one and only Cisco the Dragon. He's going to co-host Pillow Talk with me tonight. So join us on my platform. It's not going to be on WHUR. Just go to Angela Stribling on Facebook or YouTube, and let's keep this party going. All right? Again, thanks for joining us right here, and have a good night.